I don't know if you have tried this before, but shrimp stock is extremely difficult to make. Unlike fish stock, shrimp does not have any bones, and it does not have thick shells like lobsters. But don't you just love the savory sweetness of shrimp? Then let's make the best out of it. Shrimp noodle soup with marinated chili. Let's begin. Before we get started, I want to talk about this Dashi Pack from Korean supermarket. Everything you need to make dashi is completely packed in this one. But if you can't source this, it's okay to use dried anchovies and konbu. Now let's talk about shrimp. This is size 13-15. Usually in North America, purchasing unit for shrimp is pound. And it means there are 13 to 15 shrimps per pound. So the smaller number, the bigger the shrimp is. First, you gotta pick out the most handsome looking shrimp. This guy looks pretty good, and I'm going to use this for my presentation shrimp. Just trim this out a little bit, and then we're going to peel this from the neck to the tail. Just wanna leave the head and the tail for the aesthetic. Then you need to butterfly the back and pull out the little string to devein it. For the rest of the shrimp, you can just peel the entire thing, even the tail off, like whatever you want. But the most important thing is to not forget to devein the shrimp. Know what I'm saying? Now let's prepare the stock vegetables. Crush 2 cloves of garlic. Separate scallion whites. And score these half lengthwise. Cut the onion in half. Bigger piece for the stock and smaller piece for the noodle soup. Cut the red chili in half. I'm going to use the bottom part for the marinated chili and the top part for the stock. Just need to score the top part of the chili and get an opening like this. Now let's prepare the soup vegetables. Cut off the bottom part of the enoki mushrooms. Cut small rounds of the green chili and quarter the bottom part of the red chili. And finally chop everything. Scallion greens into rounds, and you can put chilies and scallions in the same container. For the baby bok choy, remove the bottom part and separate all the leaves. I'm gonna use the small leaves fresh, and the large ones I'm gonna cut them into smaller pieces and blanch these. Julienne half of an onion, and let's get to the stock. First, you're going to heat up the stock pot as hot as you can, and you're going to char the onion and scallions. And remove them from the pot before the fire alarm goes off. If you can cook these outside, I suggest you to go a little bit further. In the same pot, add a touch of oil. And you're going to cook the shrimp shells and the head. Move these guys around and you're going to squeeze out the good flavor from the head. Just press them down lightly and then you're going to squeeze out the juice. Add 2 liters of cold water, charred scallion white part, charred onion, red chili, garlic cloves, and 1 dashi packet. Bring this to a boil and you'll see a lot of impurities floating on top. Just skim this off as many times as you can to make the stock less cloudy. Once this one reduces down, you're gonna add more cold water and we're gonna do a second boil. But this time you're gonna bring it up to boil and simmer it for 40 minutes. In the meantime, let's make the marinated chili. Add soy sauce, rice vinegar, and the chili scallion mix. For the flavor booster, I used my homemade extra sauce from the previous episode. Just mix it up and then leave it on the side. We're gonna use it for the final plating. After 40 minutes, strain the stock and bring this up to a rolling boil. And in this boiling stock, you're going to blanch the onions for 10 seconds. Bok choy leaves for like 5 seconds. Shrimp for 1 minute. It's butterfly so it cooks very quickly. And don't forget your handsome presentation shrimp. In a noodle bowl, you're gonna place the noodles first. I'm just using Taiwanese wheat noodles. Place the blanched onions, blanched bok choy, and some fresh bok choy. Scatter small shrimp around. Place Enoki mushrooms, the presentation shrimp in the middle, and pour the stock all over the bowl. And finish with your marinated chili. All the flavor of shrimp in a single bowl. If you enjoyed watching my video, please hit the like and subscribe and notification bell, and I'll be back with more detailed recipes.